So what am I doing? Hey, it's me, Frank. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be recording what I do on a regular basis when I'm not making videos or editing videos, because that takes up quite a bit of time. I've got 2 videos I got to edit, so tomorrow it's going to be a lot of editing, and I spaced them out a little bit just because I have trouble doing them all in one day, filming, editing in one day, and releasing one day, so I can't really do that schedule very well. Alright, so this is an app called LingQ. I will, I'll show you more about it later, but right now I'm just gonna try to do some flashcards from it. Got a lot of words to do. I think I'll just do about 15 minutes of it. Well, let me talk about LingQ just a little bit. It's like a reading app for foreign languages, and I'm going to first start the day by using it as a flashcard app because it has that ability as well. It records the words you don't know. It'll give you a definition, and it'll save it, and you can review it for flashcards. Just a quick note. So basically what's happened is I've sort of stalled my Vietnamese learning a little bit just because it's really, to me, okay, it's just an excuse I guess, but it's been challenging finding language partners. So I've just been refreshing some languages that I've studied in the past. I'm not great at any of these languages. I'm not really fluent in anything other than English, but I do enjoy studying these languages. So now I'm on a website called Coursera.org. Coursera.org, and another site, I believe it's edX, edx.org, maybe .com. These are both like sort of online education sites where real universities make an online course. You can pay money to get a certificate or just audit the course for free. So I'm also, and I usually don't do this on my phone, but my phone can record. I do this on my Chromebook I usually have right here. So this is First Steps Korean. Let's go to the course, and I don't do a very long part of it. I just do a session. Okay.
안녕하세요, 여러분. 저는 강승혜예요. Hello, everyone. When you meet someone for the first time, how would you ask his or her nationality?
Coursera's got a lot of courses. I don't know if you can audit every single course because it's been a while since I've used it. But they have like all sorts of courses, language courses here. There's like a financial markets course from Yale. English for career development. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure if that'd be useful to a non-native English speaker. It sounds like it could be, if you already speak it, perhaps. Business, a lot of business classes, marketing. Okay. Trending courses, machine learning from Stanford, and like a lot of programming things. So the 3 main sites like this that I know of are Coursera, edX, and I forgot it earlier, but it's Udacity. I'm not sure their pricing schemes on all of them. I want to say that originally they were all free. Now I think there's still a way for you to take the course for free, but if you want to get like some sort of evidence that you actually did the course, which isn't a college credit, you would pay for the certificate. Okay, so I'm in at 7:30, I'm in an app called FluentU. It's basically, it'll show you a YouTube clip from your target language, roughly at the level you're at, and then it sort of quizzes you afterwards. I think the only thing I'm not a big fan of is the way it quizzes you. A lot of times the text to voice, the computer voice, sometimes it's inaccurate. Sometimes the actual, if they have an actual recording, sometimes that's inaccurate. And the quizzes have you do a lot of typing, so it sort of really expects that you know exactly like how to type the word as well. So even though I'm learning the alphabet, I feel like that's an added bit of complexity to something that's already a little bit challenging.
Whoa, darling, 떠나가나요? 새벽 별빛 고운 흰 눈 위에 떨어져 발자국만.
It's 29 Celsius. What is that in Fahrenheit? 85 degrees, so it's actually not too bad. But I'm going to rinse off anyways. I will show you basically everything I do. So there's a little video game, free to play. Don't trust those. If you have money, disposable money, they're far from free. It's a black desert. Okay, since I'm letting my phone charge right now, I'm going to do some stuff that doesn't require my phone. It seems like a lot of things do, because that's one of my main resources here. And I do like everything on it. I edit my videos on it. It's basically replaced the computer and everything else I have. I didn't bring really much else other than clothes and some cameras. So right now I'm just going to practice writing Korean. Okay, I'm just going to try to fill up a little bit of a page. I haven't done too much. Alright, I've just done a page so far over the past 2 days. So basically I just started all of this. Okay, let's see if I can do the order right. It's sort of like top to bottom, left to right. I believe this is a ga.
떠나가나요? 크리스마스 저녁 명동거리 수많은 연인들 누구야 골리나.
I was off by quite a bit. So like I was saying, my main plan is just to hold up here until I can get a flight back to the States. Yeah. Sorry about that pause. I was just thinking I was going to say, oh, you know, I'm a registered nurse. It'd be good if I'd actually be able to do some nursing right now. I'm really not sure how that would work in Vietnam. There's no information that I can find on the topic. And I don't know, I'm sort of fine just holding up and studying a language. Main reason I was doing this is I just wanted to get away from nursing, but now it seems like nursing needs me right now, so it'd be nice if I could help out, but if I can't, I can't. There's things you can control and things you can't. So anyways, let's talk about Glossika just a little bit more. My main reason for getting it again was it has the Southern Vietnamese accent. And I know it's very repetitive, but I'm sort of digging it. Now, you don't necessarily have to do it on a computer. You can do it on your phone. And the nice thing about that is if you're in a foreign language that you know the alphabet of, right? And it's got a different non-Roman, non-Latin alphabet. then you can just use your phone's keyboard as opposed to having to buy like a new physical keyboard. So that's that. All right, so this is cơm gà, which is just rice and chicken. This is 28,000 Vietnamese dom. Let it go for a bit. It's on medium high. So this is an okay program or app. You've got a lot of languages you can choose from: Cantonese, Mandarin, Dutch, Esperanto, German, French, Hebrew, Hindi, Italian, Japanese, Korean, Polish, Russian. The main reason I got it is because it's got Thai and Vietnamese on it. So you do this. I'm sure you can probably hear all the noise from the street there. My biggest complaint about it is, and the reason why I'm not using it for all 4 of my languages that I'm practicing, is you'll see it here in a moment. It's got this way of like sort of flashing things at you. Golly, it's loud out there. So ch, that should be me. See, that's that flash right there. I just dislike it.
갑자기 추억들이 춤을 추네.
DuoLingo now. And again, I'm just doing a very quick lesson. I'm not spending a lot of time on these. This would be like a minute maybe. Now, if I was focusing on a language, only one language, I'd use this more. I'd go for the higher goal, which is, yeah, like 20 minutes or so. That wasn't even really 5 minutes. What was that, a minute? Yeah, under a minute? Okay. So I do that, and let's do LingQ. So I showed you this earlier, and let's do it again. That same lesson, we'll listen to it this time.
뭐 드릴까요?
불고기 버거 세트 둘 주세요.
여기 있습니다.
얼마예요?
9,000원입니다. 10,000원 받았습니다. 1,000원 드렸습니다.
전원 지훈
11:06. Yeah, I think it might be time to take a little nap. Yeah, I think so. Let's do Anki. I'll show you Anki. So these are space-based repetition flashcards. So again, it repeats flashcards that you don't know very well more frequently than flashcards you do know very well. So I'll just go through the Vietnamese one. Let me just respond to this. So on Hello Talk, I'm just helping someone with their online stuff. I'll probably cut this out a little bit. Good. Thank you. I'm good, thank you. Yeah. Anyways. Geez, I want to mess this up. I want to say maybe dark, or it might be dress. Almost sounds like dress. It's dark colors. When I say that's basically, the way I remember it is share sadness. So condole, perhaps, something like that. Yeah.
doanh nhân.
Is that a businessman? Okay, so here I'm on my language app Glossika. I'm sorry, it's not an app, it's a website. Again, I'm not sure, I'm doing this again just because I'm not sure how well you could see it earlier. It's basically very repetitive. You just see sentences, write those sentences, say those sentences, and then sometimes hear those sentences, and then type those sentences without saying them.
Anh thanh niên hôm nay đã ngon nghét 30 rồi. Sáng mua 5.000 xôi, tôi 3.000 trà đá.
Okay, so I just thought of something. I don't know if you ever watched The Simpsons, but there was an episode where Bart Simpson was supposed to be extra smart that episode or something. So he was they're like, oh, look at that kid, he's playing 10 people in chess at the same time. You know, they show that scene, they set it up, and then boom, he like loses every match, you know, at that same turn. That's sort of what I feel like I'm doing right now, like trying to learn foreign languages. It's a bit much. So, but like I said, I don't really have too much else to do. Some things I do want to add to my daily routine are some more exercise and meditation. I want to try that.
Nghĩ đến ba mà anh lại thấy thật buồn. Là do em đơn ca, chính em đã khiến chàng trai đổi thay và không còn như trước kia. Tình yêu đã dẫn đôi.
Плохой.
Don't know.
Декабрь.
December. Don't know.
Календарь.
Alright, so these I gotta edit quite a bit because I don't like the... what I'm going to do right now is just practice Russian handwriting, cursive, for just about 5 or 6 sentences, not a whole lot. Just because I don't think it's like very useful practice. I mean, cursive handwriting is unfortunately somewhat obsolete, especially in a language that you don't even speak, so...
Вдаль, туда, где художник рисует дождем, странные мысли окажутся сном.
So the more I do this routine, the more I'm thinking I should probably cut out some of this language learning stuff and put in some other productive activities other than just learning languages. Maybe 2 at a time would be fine. Like a language I'm already pretty strong with, like Spanish, where I don't think I'd confuse that with Vietnamese. And Vietnamese, since I am in Vietnam, do that, focus on maybe just reading more or something. So anyways, this is not, routine is probably not the right word, it's just what I'm currently doing on most days. So. Alright, so I will show you Babbel. I'll show you what I don't like about Babbel, okay? I mentioned earlier that the thing I don't like about Babbel is the print. The print's so like small. Okay, I finished for course 1, I'm on course 2. Let's just see if you can see it here. Not sure that is.
Хорошо.
How to show? Okay, this print's fine here. And it's got like what's nice is it's got like a voice recognition to it, so if you're saying a foreign language, you'll see how well the machine basically can understand you. But you can do that just with Google Translate. You know, you don't have to pay for Google Translate. Хорошо.
Плохо.
Плохо. Okay, it's right here. Like, I'm just basically going to show you my biggest gripe. You know, everything's really small here. I mean, I don't know why it's so small. I don't have my system font size set to that small, so I don't know why it's so small here. Anyways, I want to spend the next few minutes doing this.
Кто сказал, что любить друзья нельзя? Наблюдать издалека, никому глаза не скажу.
Okay, so maybe I'm not that stuck here in Vietnam. I keep looking at Google Flights, and there's always like flights, but from everything I'm hearing in the Vietnamese news and all the reports and stuff, like international flights aren't really happening. So I don't know if like planes are landing here empty just to pick up people to leave. I don't know if that's the case or not. My biggest concern is just getting tickets and then having the flight canceled and then having a lot of trouble getting that refund, right? And then, so how many times can I do that? How many times can I drop money and have my flight canceled? Because I've already had my flight canceled once. I know a lot of people are having that issue, so I feel like it's just smart just to sort of wait a bit. I don't know. I guess the way to really do it is just to go there to the airport, see what they have, book a flight to a country that somehow has a flight to my next country.
Это книга. Она называется «Остров сокровищ». Ее написал Роберт Льюис Стивенсон. Это история о пиратах. Она очень интересная.
Okay, so I figure I should say what TPRS stands for. TPRS stands for Teaching Proficiency Through Reading and Stories. So basically the idea is that you're getting some input that you can comprehend. Typically, you start out with children's stories. Hopefully you understand most of it, but maybe you pick up a few new words along the way. So then your reading proficiency and listening proficiency, everything gets a little bit better slowly, a little bit at a time. Now, some languages have a lot of this stuff. Other languages, finding resources for it is difficult, especially, for example, Vietnam is a developing country. I don't think kids watch too many kids shows here. They seem like they just go out and play, like the good old days. It's sort of like modern, postmodern or first world countries where maybe you keep your kids inside. Maybe it's because you're living in such an urban area where there's no place for them to go out. Then having kids shows at that time in those countries makes more sense, especially when they're more developed and they got more money to do so. So for Spanish, I can find stuff like that. For Russian, there's like 3 channels that do TPRS. Vietnamese, I've had trouble finding anything, especially considering I'm looking for just right now the southern accent. I've had Vietnamese people tell me there's not a difference between the northern accent and the southern accent, but to me the difference is sort of like between Latin American Spanish and Castilian, Spain Spanish. So to me, as a beginner, it's a big enough difference for me to try to focus on one versus the other. Let's see. Is it this? That? Okay, good. And the third person direct object feminine. Yes. Por.
Por. Sí.
Yes. Oh, and also if. Yes. Okay. Let's put that. It's good.
Ole Morena.
Pero usted debe darme los $500 ahora mismo.
¿Y si le diera un cheque por $500, usted lo aceptaría?
All right. Well, it's getting a little late now, so I think I'll call it good. I think about the only things I'll do tonight, or I might watch a little like Spanish Netflix if I can find something interesting. I'm also reading. It's the Expanse series. One of my subscribers suggested I read it. What is it? Leviathan Awakes. So I'm just about a quarter of the way through with it right now. So I'll probably read that as well. I'll probably, considering I had a pretty long nap, I'll probably be reading for a few hours, depending on how much TV I watch, Netflix I watch. Well, that's basically it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Just a little glimpse at what I'm doing today. So take care of yourselves and wash your hands. All right, bye-bye.
Quiero informar a los mexicanos que Joaquín Guzmán Loera ha sido detenido. Reporte televisivo de noticieros alrededor del mundo muestran imágenes de la captura de Joaquín Guzmán Loera.
Donde el presidente Enrique Peña Nieto confirmó la recaptura del líder del cartel de Sinaloa, cuya fuga fue una gran humillación para su gobierno.
Joaquín El Chapo Guzmán.